So we got a phone call one day saying that the city is interested in acquiring your property and we'd like to send an appraiser out to look at it. They came out, did the appraisal, which was a ridiculously lowball offer, which of course I refused. And so then I started getting letters from the city saying, well, if you don't take this offer, then we're going to file eminent domain and condemn the property and take it. They tore down the house that we used to live in, and my grandmother's house is still there. City took it without a site plan. Here it's been like 3 or 4 years later, and they still haven't done anything with it. But I was getting letters that, we need your property, as if we were impeding progress for some kind of development. This is the lot owned by Mrs. Street. This was an appraisal done in March of 2002 by J.L. Craft and Associates. He arrived at a value of $982,000. This is for 916, 5,225 square feet. He says ours is worth $15 a square foot. With inside of me, I felt like $15 was ridiculous for a 2,300 square foot house on a 5,000 square foot lot. I mean, most of the property in Austin, you could get $125,000 for anything in Austin. That's why I chose Pflugerville and the suburbs, so to speak. So it was a struggle. I mean, the city didn't just hand me this, and I would say that had I not had the patience and the wherewithal to challenge the city, then I wouldn't be as good of a shape that I'm in now. What I find ironic is that the city had this so-called goodwill initiative for race relations in East Austin and improving, race relations between African Americans and the quality of life in Austin. But at the same time, you come and you condemn and take property from, my family that had been there. Probably what they did in the historical study, they said was, well, this house is probably the first house in the area that was settled by African Americans after slavery. So for you to come and take it, I find that, disingenuous at best. The heirs are still living. You took the property from them. They won't have an interest in it whatsoever. We won't benefit from it in any way, whatever they do with the site. They haven't did what they set out to do, which was to develop East Austin, maintain its cultural history, and try to keep the residents there that lived there and grew up. And that hasn't happened. You take a walk down 11th Street now, you won't see hardly any black people there. And if you look at the development that's going on, you'll see that the minorities that were there are going to definitely be outpriced of the area through gentrification. So, what can you do? They still want to maintain that, okay, well, what you had doesn't mean anything, but it's always that way. Whenever developers come to you or whoever, they want you to believe that what you have isn't worth anything. And then once they get it, then they're going to market it. It's the best location in Austin. You got a Capitol Corridor view. You have access to downtown and 6th Street and all of this. So that's, like I said, the hypocrisy that I see, and it really disturbs me. And this has taken place, throughout the history, as well as everywhere around the country, the same kind of thing is taking place.